Hey guys, this is Amigo500. It is the 26th of January 2016, exactly 2 days after the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And this year was kind of mixed for me, but I'll get to that as I go on. But bear in mind, these are just my opinions. So if you think differently, then more power to you. Just respect my opinion, and I'll respect yours. Also, if you have not seen the Royal Rumble pay-per-view yet, this will have spoilers. Though if you've already seen this week's Raw, you'll probably already know what happened. But either way, this review will have spoilers. So now I didn't watch the pre-show, but there was actually a match on said show, and it was a fatal 4-way tag team match between Mark Henry and Jack Swagger versus Darren Young and Damien Sandow, the Dudley Boys, and the Ascension, with the winning team being entered into the Royal Rumble match later on in the night. From what I've seen, it looked like a decent match, and Mark Henry and Jack Swagger won, thus getting entries into the Royal Rumble match. Now, so with that out of the way, let's go on to the actual pay-per-view. And that's my dog barking. I do apologise, because it just barks at everything. Anyway, actual pay-per-view. And the first match is the Last Man Standing match for the Intercontinental title, Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens. And I was right. This match was match of the night. Arguably, match of the night. I think I've already just said that, and I do apologise if I'm sounding redundant, but fuck it, I'm just going to go on. Both competitors using the no disqualification rule to their advantage to be as aggressive as possible, so to try and beat one another. Whether it be through the use of steel chairs and multiple tables, because throughout the match, Kevin Owens did manage to put Ambrose through steel chairs and as well as through a table, but even that wasn't enough to take down the Lunatic Fringe. And during the match, Kevin Owens did stack a table on top of another outside the ring at one of the corners, which later on in the match, when Kevin Owens tried to do a what's it called again? Rolling senton from the top rope, but Dean Ambrose managed to get off the stacked pile of steel chairs, so that way he could manage to push Kevin Owens off the turnbuckle and put him through the two tables, which led to Ambrose getting the 10 count and Ambrose retaining his Intercontinental Championship. Outstanding match, which won the crowd over, letting them to chant "This is awesome" and "Holy shit" throughout the match. And you know what? They were right. This match was awesome, and we're glad to watch it again. The next match is the tag team title match, The New Day versus the Usos. And Xavier Woods has another trombone named Francesca too. And they still continue to do this whole unicorn and power positivity bullshit, which is just going old now. And despite the fact that the crowd, that half the crowd actually bear mind you, we're actually kind of we're liking it. So I'm not sure what to make of that, but either way, I can't stand the New Day. But again, my opinion. As for the match itself, it was alright, but then again, Xavier Woods' outside distractions did distract the Usos, and which led to them losing the match, and the New Day still the tag team champions. And so, yeah, not a good match. Next match is Kalisto versus Alberto Del Rio for the United States Championship. Now this match was pretty good, with Kalisto using his speed and agility to his advantage to try and take down Del Rio. Even though Del Rio did try to do his more aggressive fighting style to take Kalisto down with his use of super kicks, and as well as trying to put Kalisto into the rolling cross arm breaker, which that made Kalisto submit a couple weeks prior on SmackDown. But Kalisto managed to counter it and was able to hit Del Rio with the Celine Del Sol, I hope I pronounced that right. Managed to go for the pin and thus becoming the new United States Champion. Which I hope he keeps around long enough, because he is a phenomenal superstar and deserves a long title reign. So congratulations to Kalisto. Next up is the Divas title match, Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. This match could have went so much better if Ric Flair wasn't at ringside, because don't get me wrong, I love Charlotte. She's a very talented wrestler, but I kind of feel that most of her victories lately have been because of her dad, and this match was very blatant of that, when Ric Flair not only kissed Becky Lynch, feel sorry for Becky, and Ric Flair throwing his jacket at Becky Lynch, leading to Charlotte getting the win. So yeah, this match was absolute bullshit, because you have two of the best divas to come out of NXT, and this could have been a much better title match, but because of this new heel gimmick that they're going with for Charlotte, they decided to get her dad involved, and Charlotte managed to retain her title because of it. So yeah, not a good match. Main event time. The 30-man Royal Rumble match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Trying to cover everything in this match will be absolutely insane, so I'm going to abridge it as much as I can. So, entry number 1 was Roman Reigns, of course, because of the rigged tombola, and entry number 2 was Rusev, and right off the bat you can tell that this match should have been renamed "Fuck You Roman Reigns," sincerely yours, the Authority. But despite the obvious second injury, can't talk. Despite the second entry, Roman Reigns managed to eliminate Rusev and equally awaited entry number 3, which was someone that made me totally lose my shit, because entry number 3 was the WWE debut of the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Me and several other wrestling fans worldwide just totally lost it when we found out that AJ Styles debuted at the Rumble. Now, normally, whenever a new wrestler gets signed, they go straight to NXT, but AJ Styles, on the other hand, went straight to the main roster. So yeah, that was pretty awesome, and he pretty much won the crowd over. And I really hope that WWE uses AJ Styles to his full advantage, because I can see big things happening for him if the writers will let him. Kofi Kingston did manage to get another recovery by piggyback riding Big E, but you can tell that he's running out of ideas. So I doubt they'll come up with anything new next year. As for other entries, well, this year was pretty light on surprise entries, because the only ones that we had so far in the match are AJ Styles, and then later on Sami Zayn of NXT, who by the way, if you have not watched NXT, watch already. It's fucking awesome. Sami Zayn is one of the best superstars on the NXT roster, and I really hope he gets moved to the main roster soon, and as well as having be put in the WWE Heavyweight title picture in the near future. Also during the match, the League of Nations did team up on Roman Reigns by putting him through the Spanish announce table, and this was before Sheamus and Del Rio got entered into the match yet. So this led to Roman Reigns being taken to the back to be checked. But then eventually later on in the match, he managed to get back in the ring and proceed to deal the pain on his opponents. Then when he got to entry number 30, which turned out to be Triple H. Now, as much as I love Triple H, and trust me, he's one of my favourite wrestlers of all time, but at this point, you could tell that the Authority just wanted to fuck Roman Reigns over. Which by near the end of the match, it was up to 3 competitors: Roman Reigns, Triple H, and Dean Ambrose. And despite all of his attempts to stay in the match, Triple H eliminated Roman Reigns, making him no longer champion, but there was still Dean Ambrose left, and despite his efforts, he got eliminated, which means that the winner of the 2016 Royal Rumble and the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion is Triple H. Now, like I said, I like Triple H, but I kind of feel that he doesn't really need another title reign, because, but then again, the same thing could be said. Then again, the same thing could have been said a few years back with The Rock, but Triple H is now CEO of the company. He doesn't wrestle as often as like Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and the other superstars and divas on the active roster. So I don't see why they decided to make Triple H champion. So I mean, it's pretty obvious now that this is going to lead to Triple H and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for the title, because I doubt they'll do it Fastlane, because it's pretty much a halfway point. But we'll just have to wait and see. But either way, I still see it being Triple H and Reigns at Mania. So yeah, that was the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. It was slightly above average at best. Match of the night, unarguably, was the last man standing match, because that won the crowd over. It was everything that we could expect from a last man standing match, especially considering that had both Ambrose and Owens. The rest of the matches were either okay, decent, or completely disappointing, like the Divas title match. As for the Royal Rumble match itself, with the exception of AJ Styles debuting, the Royal Rumble match was alright, but could have been better. Because, like I said, I like Triple H, but I kind of feel that he didn't need. But I kind of feel that he didn't deserve to be champion. I give the Royal Rumble pay-per-view 2016 a 6.5 out of 10, slightly above average. So yeah, the road to WrestleMania has gone off to a pretty rocky start. But like I said, my opinion. But well, hopefully it can get better from here on. So come back next time as I give out my predictions and review for WWE Fastlane, the halfway point to the road to WrestleMania. Thank you guys for watching. I hope I didn't stutter as much. If I did, I do apologise. I am trying my hardest not to stutter as much. So if you were able to make it through this problem of mine bothering you, I thank you all for your support. And until next time, this is I'm signing out. Later.